underdog. I've been through it all. I could never fall.
Anyways, man, let's talk, dog. I'm happy you're here.
Hey,
Feel good to be here. It's been. I was just thinking.
Y'all ain't hot.
I was just thinking, bruh, this morning. I feel like it's been 11 years since I met you, almost to the date. Like,
oh yeah,
around this time.
Shit, no, it's probably been 11 years now.
11 years.
Probably February.
We were training at IMG Academy.
Yeah, roommate.
Racing golf carts around the facility.
I had never been on a golf cart till then.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I cried.
Bruh, we going to have to say that story for another day. This man, Feliciano, flipped a golf cart over.
I didn't flip. I flipped out. That shit kept going.
Yeah, for sure.
Hit that minivan.
Bruh, don't incriminate yourself.
Wow, statute of limitations.
For sure. So tell me how retired life is, man. Newly retired.
It's new. It's different. It's,
In
got
what
a lot
ways?
of time. Got a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah.
3 kids. It's cool, but my wife wants me out the house. I'm not been in the house too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your relationship like with football? Are you happy to be done, or do you wish you had more time to play, or what's the deal?
I don't know. Right now, it's still open ended.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I would like to get picked up in November.
Okay, so
October.
the door's still open.
It's still open, but it all depends on how my knee feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna go out there and be like a fucking slap dick.
Yeah.
If I go back, I want to be good.
Yeah.
So I'm just be working out and shit. I'm about to run a 5K, so
You've been training for that?
I've been,
what's a 5K? 3 miles, right?
3.2 or something.
3.2 miles.
Never did that.
What's the reason behind that? What's the reason behind that?
Shit, my buddy doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, December through February, I was being a fat fuck.
Yeah.
Really enjoying those. Oh, fucking, I'm retired. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
I ate.
What'd you get up to? Because I know you can
not 340 ish. I gained probably like 25 pounds. I'll get that back. Give me a good month.
Yeah.
I'm back down.
I
don't know. I just got back from Vegas.
Bro, you have to do that sometimes. You gotta just like kind of.
Then I went back to Miami. And, I don't Cali food. That San Francisco shit.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
What's the difference? I feel like Cali got better food than Miami.
No,
for sure.
I ain't about that Mexican food.
Oh, okay. You Puerto Rican.
Exactly. I want that. I want that fucking.
Yeah.
With different flavors.
Yeah.
Went home, got some ropa vieja, some fucking guava pastries. Fucking just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Straight out of Miami.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about what Florida means to you, because at one point in time, I feel like, you've always been prideful to be from Miami.
You know what I'm saying? Broward.
Yeah, Broward County. Shout out to Broward. Tell me a little bit about what that means to you. And
we're just the best in the biz.
As far as
athletes.
Oh God.
There's no competition. No comparison.
Okay.
So and I get to say I'm part of that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Why does everyone? Why does?
Because we are the best, especially Miami.
Yeah.
University of Miami. We're the best football team.
Oh,
we got the best players, all the Hall of Famers.
We're the best.
Yeah, exactly. We got Cali. We're the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All we do is win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you always carried that throughout your career.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Especially growing up, all I ever wanted to be was a Miami Hurricane.
Mm.
And then, you get there, and my first year I was getting my ass smacked.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. Maybe this shit ain't for me.
Like, for what? Somebody who was lining up across from you?
Olivier Vernon.
Yeah.
Just running through my face.
Some guys.
Marcus Forston. Sean Spence.
Yeah.
And then Denzel Perryman, that hitting that little fuck every day.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker. And he's still going.
Yeah, he's still playing.
But man, that first year I was getting my head busted in.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. Well, at least I got here.
Yeah, for sure.
But then, put my head down, grind a little bit.
What did that look like? Did you always think you was going to get to the NFL?
Nah, that wasn't even, when I got to college, that wasn't even a thought. I was just wanting to be a Miami Hurricane. And then, redshirted my first year. And then going into the second year, I was just a guy.
Yeah.
And then I was on punt.
Everyone starts out on punt.
Yeah,
on
my
the
first
shield.
game, I was on the shield. You know what I'm saying? I was out there running down that bitch.
Yeah.
And then I think Chantrell had got hurt. Chantrell Henderson. He was at right tackle. And then I was just like, yo, I could play right tackle.
Yeah.
And the coach was like, man. And then I just threw myself in there in some one-on-ones, fucking locked down.
Yeah.
And then we had a bye week, and then we had to practice on like a fucking Saturday, and they dogged my ass. Like, I had so many reps. And then I forgot who. Oh, it was Applebaum. You know Matt Applebaum?
I know the name for sure. Yeah.
So after he was like, all right, good job. You might just stay ready.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And we were about to play Ohio State, which was, it's a big rivalry.
For sure.
And my older brother, big Ohio State fan, and I hated him. And then, they told me I was starting. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, and then from there, so you started at right tackle?
Yeah, so I started, I think, 8 games that year. I fucking hurt myself.
This is redshirt?
Yeah, redshirt
freshman year.
Yeah, started 8 games at right tackle. 8 to 10, I don't remember. And then they moved me to left guard next year. And then I was at left guard for a few years. And then my senior year, I played a game at left tackle, lockdown, UNC.
Boys
easy,
an athlete.
no problem.
Yeah.
And then it was like whenever Sean Chell got in trouble, they'd be like, all right, Felice, you got to play right tackle.
Yeah.
Easy.
I hated that though. Like, I hate when it was like, hey, this guy's doing bad, go in there.
Yeah. Well, shit. Chantrell's my guy. Like, he was my roommate. They kept me in charge of Chantrell.
Yeah.
Like, we were roommates in away games and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes he would fail a test.
Yeah.
And they just look at me and be like, all right, here we go.
I feel like we all had guys that we had to be responsible for in college, bro.
Yeah. I mean, Chantrell should have been fucking a first round pick. He should be loaded right now.
But it's crazy how you have guys like that you play with in college, and it's like, oh, this guy's going to be a first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just kind of fade away.
Yeah.
And you end up being one of those guys that lasts longer than what you thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
well, shit, going to Miami, I mean, you see a lot of guys that, just can't handle that life.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is. I mean, ASU, I know they be getting after it.
For sure. For sure. You got to be locked in to make something happen out here, for sure.
But Miami is shit. Everywhere you look, there's something.
Do you think it helped? You think it helped that you were from there, so you kind of?
Oh yeah, man, I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
People always got mad at me or made fun of me because I didn't be going out and shit. I'd go home, and chill with my homies. But that shit kept me out of a lot of trouble.
Nah, I feel that because you can get into some trouble in Miami for sure.
Easy.
Yeah. Nah. So I want to get back to the retirement talk because. You were telling me in the car that you don't know exactly what you want to do yet. Yeah. And obviously you're still kind of leaving that door open. But what does it look like from a standpoint of if you could pick and choose? What does Felice want to do?
I don't know, man. There's so much shit.
Yeah.
I was just at WrestleMania. I was like, damn, maybe I can wrestle.
You want to wrestle?
I don't know. Well, it's like
you had a personality for it, for sure.
But 3 little kids is like that shit. If I do that, it's gonna be like another football shit where
100% on the road.
Hours, and if I do it, I want to be good. I ain't gonna be bullshit.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that. I don't know, man. I got a farm coming up, so I got a lot of shit that I want to do on there, like growing vegetables and shit. And I got like 7 cows right now. I'm about to get some chickens and some goats and shit.
Yeah.
Might do a podcast, but I don't know. It might get me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I'll be talking.
I know you do. I know you do for sure.
But it's we never had this much time on our fucking
on our hands. Mm-hmm. So what you feel about? How do you feel? Does it feel good to have that time, or is it?
Adjusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell you. Say what you want to say. I could tell you. You want to say something, but
it's different. Being around my family all the time.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
They get a little tired of me.
For sure.
But is all these possibilities, like all these options you can do, sometimes you get fucking just paralyzed in the moment, like fuck, and just end up getting high and playing video games all day.
Hey, whatever works for you to keep you, I guess, mentally.
Yeah,
you know
shit. Right now, I'd be like, I wake up at 7, make breakfast for the kids, take them to school,
yeah,
get a workout in.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
And then from like 11:30 to like 4,
you're on the game. Yeah. The whole time.
Most of the time.
What are you playing?
Shit, right now, play some Rocket League.
See, I don't even know what that is.
It's like soccer with cars.
Oh, okay. Oh, you was always playing that.
Yeah,
you used to always
get after it. I'm trying to be great.
Yeah, I hear that.
But mostly Rocket League right now.
Yeah, if people don't know you, Felice, and they see pictures of you on the field, walking out to practice, like at games, they would think you're like the angriest dude, which you are. So, just a side note, like this guy is the meanest guy going out to practice, doesn't want to talk to anybody, won't joke around with you.
It's because it's like, it's annoying.
What is?
Like I had a standard.
Yeah. And
like, just going out there, you're like, fuck.
What you mean as far as you had a standard?
Like, I'm going to be running after the plays. I'm going to have to. If something happens, I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
I'm stepping there. Especially when we were in Buffalo.
Oh, for sure.
That was my role.
Yeah.
It's just like, some days, your body hurt. Like, fuck, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
So I'll be angry.
But you loved it, though.
100%.
Yeah?
100%.
But I wouldn't get that feeling from you. Just know.
I love the misery. That's the best part, though. You know, when it's like fucking day 8 or 9 of camp.
Oh, man.
And it's miserable.
Fights,
I just bask in the misery.
Fights breaking out.
Yeah. I haven't fought in years.
You're usually the one to start them.
When I went to San Francisco, everyone was like, hey, you going to be fighting, huh? I'm like,
you pick and choose when you want to fight.
As you get older, it's just like
you gotta use them sparingly.
Yeah. Exactly.
The young bucks, they know how to go.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Ed. When Ed got drafted to Buffalo, we were fighting every day.
Yeah,
every other day.
Yeah,
well, look at him now. Look at him
for sure. What was your favorite team that you played for? You played for some good teams.
So crazy, man. That's a hard question.
I know you loved Buffalo.
Buffalo is different, just because of the. I guess like you can say college atmosphere of it, since there's just
nothing
us
to do.
And the Sabres,
yeah,
but like all the fans, like in my career, like getting noticed, like that happened every now and then.
Yeah,
but in like Buffalo, bro, you go out, everyone knows who
there's 80 people in the town.
Yeah,
and 53 of them are on the team.
Yeah, but no, man. Buffalo's probably number 1.
Really?
But I'll tell you, the year with the Giants was probably a close second.
Yeah?
Yeah. And it was like, especially, I got a lot of family in New York.
Yeah.
So it was dope having them come out to games or like holidays and shit. My kids got to see their cousins a lot.
For sure.
But dude, Jersey's lit, bro.
Yeah.
Like we were in Franklin Lakes and that shit was so nice. And like you kind of, bro, when I signed with the Giants, I was like, "Fuck, Jersey."
Yeah,
like going back to Oakland.
Yeah, basically.
But then I got there, and it was like, man, it's such a nice fucking community down there, and also that year with the Giants was dope for me, just being in the leader, kind of like a true leadership position of like leader of the team.
Yeah.
Going there knowing the offense before anybody.
Right.
And then like, I had a good relationship with Saquon and Daniel.
Yeah.
And just like talking ball with them was great, man. Especially when I had the upper hand with the knowledge.
For sure.
Like when Say would come and ask me some questions and shit. And I was playing center, which was great for me. Just setting the protections and all that shit, and then and me and Bobby, like, I feel like that was like the pinnacle of our relationship where we actually got to work like
together.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah,
because you guys spent a lot of time in Buffalo together as well,
and the Raiders,
but the dynamic was a little different. So I would imagine.
Yeah,
right?
Most of the time I was playing guard. I played center a little bit in Buffalo.
Yeah,
but this was like I was the guy.
So when you were with the Giants, talk about that run a little bit that you guys had getting to the playoffs. There were times during that season where you guys were playing great, times where it didn't look good, but you guys rallied, got to the first round of the playoffs. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah, beat Minnesota.
No, man, I went there and I was like, fuck, like these guys work.
Yeah.
Like they had a good core group of guys, and then like, I mean, you got Dex, who's
Dex.
You know that dude going against him,
man,
miserable. But Dex, Leo, and Say, and DJ, like they had a good group of guys, and you're like, fuck, why aren't they winning?
Yeah.
And then I was excited for Dabes to get his first head coaching job, and I feel like that year was just fucking. It was crazy. We had a lot of Buffalo guys come over, so it was like when you go to a new team, there's usually like that adjustment period, but that wasn't really like that when I went there. And then immediately getting thrust into like the leadership role and helping guys learn the offense. And I mean that O-line room shit you were in, that shit was fun as hell.
Yeah, the O-line room was solid.
I mean, AT was.
We had some good guys.
It was so good to see. AT's usually quiet and shit, but like
he came out.
Man. That shit was hilarious. I remember just looking down like in meetings with Bobby when Bobby was on one or something.
Yeah,
just like looking at AT and shit. And we had Josh. Which
that's right. That's right. Chill. That's right. We did have Josh. It was a good room, bro. It was that was one of those rooms. I mean, I obviously was done after that year or before that year even kind of kicked off, but just knowing the dynamic of the room, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a group that knew how to work hard, like. And then again, you get thrust into the leadership role, which was kind of not new for you. You're usually the enforcer. Yeah,
it was new as in, sometimes in other places, there's the guy that the coaches deem
the leader.
And then.
But he isn't the leader.
And then.
Yeah.
I'm there,
Right.
Which, I'm a good follower. I know when to follow.
Yeah.
In San Francisco, I didn't have to do much leading. We had Trent, Jake, but I was always there. But yeah, it was different.
What's that? No one really talks about the adjustment of going from like a younger guy making a name for yourself to now being an older guy, who has to be the leader and set the example. And then you being who you are, like there's always that friction piece of like, okay, we know that you're gonna be who you are, but you have to be a leader. What's that dynamic like within your mind?
Yeah, there's times where you don't need to be beating up a younger guy.
Yeah,
in the moment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, you can pull him aside and lead that way, but it was more, especially when you were playing center too. Like, I gotta get back to the huddle. I gotta set the huddle. I gotta think about what plays, because or it's third down, third and long.
Yeah,
we're about to call 135, 134.
Yeah, there's a whole lot.
You have to find let me get back. Let me start looking at the defense, see where the mic's gonna be.
For sure,
I have to fucking switch it. So there was more brain work in center where I wasn't as physical. I always had a guard there,
a little bit of help.
So like it just changed the way I had to play a little bit.
You had to be a little more reserved, or what?
Yeah, I had to be a little more professional.
Yeah,
at guard you can just fucking.
You can be a renegade.
Yeah.
100%.
I ain't worried about shit.
Yeah,
like Jake, you can make all the calls. I'm worried about this 3 technique.
Yeah, guard definitely fits your mentality better than center.
Yeah, but fuck that. I want to play center. I'll tell you what, I don't want to play center in San Francisco. That shit way too much.
It's exhausting.
All those fucking motions.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
And bro,
it's a lot. It's a lot on your plate for sure.
Yeah, dude, especially the first year. First year, I was like, Jake, get up.
Yeah.
Like, and Jake liked to take his time getting off the ground. I'd be like, Jake, get the fuck.
No one talks.
Get up.
Bro, that little panic that goes in.
Bro.
Yeah. What is left for you football wise? Why is the door still open?
Well, it's
you've been to AFC championships.
Mm-hmm.
You played in big games.
Lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah. What is like the thing that's keeping that football piece alive for you?
Well, I mean, the money's nice, obviously.
Yeah.
I want to win a Super Bowl. I never won shit in my football career. I do got an NFC championship ring, but that's like,
yeah,
that's that.
That's the runner up. Yeah.
And also, what else? Like, what else? Who am I without football? That's what I'm trying to learn right now. And then it's like, sometimes you're like, oh, am I just keeping this football dream alive, to come back alive because that's all I know? Or do I actually want to do it?
Yeah.
And
what do you think?
I don't know. You start working out, midway through the workout, you're looking at yourself, you're like, yeah, bro.
Still got it.
Fucking look good.
Yeah.
And also, like, I love the game, man. It's fucking, like, I always got off, like, serving people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm making a block and feeling like Christian or Saquon, like, fucking cut off your hip.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear the roar of the crowd. It's just like, ain't nothing better than that.
Yeah.
Or like a play comes together perfectly. And fucking,
No, there is, bruh. I will say there's few things that will give you, I think, that satisfaction that you can get. Because you know how hard it is. You know how hard it is to win a game. You know how hard it is to have, I mean, it's not hard to block it right, but to have everything go right and have a successful play. Like
I tweeted something out probably a few days ago. It was the Packers game in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we were down. Like, they were winning the whole game. Or it was back and forth, that game. And we had a drive at the end, or the drive before the drive. Like, we ran, it was like 18 mic or some shit. Right guard. And, like, in the huddle, or even before, McCaffrey was like, yeah, that mic's, we're gonna hit on that mic. We're gonna score on that mic. And then we got 18 mic. Oh shit, yeah, I'm front side.
Yeah.
And then fucking stretch my 3 technique out. And then, you feel the fucking running back on side, and you see Christian hit a move and look back. And as soon as I saw him do his look back, I was like, oh, we gone.
Over with.
Gone.
Yeah.
And then he scores. And then you're like fucking hype and shit. And then, I don't remember if they scored again, but we had to go back out to score. We were still down. And then, we drive, long ass drive down the field. And then it's like 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 1 on like the 10-yard line. And, we have a quarterback sneak
down.
Check play.
Yeah.
And we check it to like an outside zone. And then at first, it's like we had fucking Kenny Clark, who don't get fucking talked about enough.
Yeah.
Fucking dog.
Animal.
And like, he's at the 1, center's like single. I get it. Fucking linebackers fucking right over the A gap.
Yeah.
And we have a motion, and that motherfucker starts bouncing out, and he ends up fucking outside the DN. Like, they knew it was about to come.
Yeah.
So, like, motherfucker called single, but, blue 80. I was like, man, ain't no way I'm getting a single and blocking that fucking linebacker out there.
Yeah.
So, like, it was like set hut. I didn't say a word. I just fucking one little touch to Kenny.
Yeah.
And fucking just started running to the guy. And, bro, like, I touched Kenny. Jake, somehow Kenny falls. Me and Jake, cake Kenny.
Yeah.
And then I just fucking beeline to that fuck. Because at this point, this linebacker's out there. And I was like, I can't run through the 4 technique to get to the line.
Nah, you got to skinny through there.
So I fucking just went straight for that 4 techniques fucking hit.
Yeah.
Fucking
knocked it out.
Hit him out and fucking Christian right behind us. Man, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. What's it like playing with? You play with Saquon.
Dude, I played with fucking good.
You played with some running backs. I was just Marshawn, Saquon, Christian.
We had Motor.
Motor's underrated in my opinion.
Latavius Murray, who was good.
Yeah,
I got lucky, man.
Yeah,
it was especially like Christian and Saquon. Marshawn, we got him toward the end of his career, but he was still fucking good as hell.
For sure.
But also, I was still a young guy. So
right.
Me and Mark, like, we were cool. We would chop it up.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the conversations I had with, like, oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My phone.
No,
what a piece of shit. It's Daryl.
You could. It's Daryl.
Yeah.
You could answer. We'll cut it out.
Yeah. Fam, come on, man. We're in the middle of the. Hey, you ain't hot? You ain't hot, man? Hey, they don't get my feet.
Hey.
I'll call you. Yeah, we're good. I got nice toes, not like you. It's all right. It ain't that hot.
Fam, we're in the studio, bro. Can we please?
Yeah, bro, you make me look unprofessional right now, fam. I told you I was about to hop on the pod.
God.
And you gonna call anyways? Yeah, man, I don't tell no lies.
Yeah, for the underdogs. Yeah, we gonna have to edit
make
this out.
Homeboy do more fucking work.
Yeah, you're fucking.
All right, I'll call you later. And my fucking vibrate. My son fucking threw my phone in the pool. My shit be vibrating loud as fuck.
Hey, I heard it. It sound like yeah, it sound crazy.
Do not disturb.
For sure. Nah, so talk to me about the running backs that you play with. You play with some guys.
Yeah, so like, man, with Christian and Saquon, like the conversations I had with them, like football wise, it was just like another tier. Especially like when I was in the Giants with Saquon. When I was the center, I mean, we Dayball's offense. We were running a lot of. At that point, we were running a lot of like doctor or pin and pull.
Yeah.
And like me and Say, our lockers were right next to each other. So,
right.
So like he'd be like, "Hey man," it was like probably 3 or 4 games into the season, and he was like, "Hey man, I want to take that doctor back front side." He was like, "How far you think that linebacker for you need to be over to, so I can do that?" And it would be like, I'd be like, "Damn, bro, I fuck with that.
Yeah,
like, I respect like your knowledge of the game."
Yeah, because you get a lot of guys that don't even process it like that. They're just, hey, if it's an 8-9, I'm running it on that track, and we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, and then especially like Christian, like I never been around a guy that knew when to cut back at the perfect time like he does. Like his ability to like get people running in one way, and then cut back and find the hole is just on another level.
Yeah, he's special. Talk to me about that Super Bowl, and obviously we know losing a Super Bowl is tough, and but you had a unique role because you were injured, came back, and then you're interchanging between you and another guy the whole game. Yeah. And we know what happens in the game, but just talk to me about that and how that kind of worked out.
Yeah, I hate that fucking what's that shit called?
What? The swapping. Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't think coaches realize how hard it is for players to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you also like the feel of the game. You don't get, and like when I'm playing, like I'm fucking trying to mind fuck the D tackle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Unless until they rotate the other guys, then you're like, all right.
Yeah, I gotta go back to the basics.
Yeah, playoff.
Yeah,
basically.
For sure.
But yeah, so when I signed with San Francisco, they were like, yeah, fucking compete for a job. That old saying. but they brought me in to be a backup and to have a guy just in case something happens.
Something went down.
Mm-hmm. So like once I got over that, the fact that, you know, no shade to them, everyone lies to get the players they want.
100%.
So once got over that, I was like, you know, all right, year 9, cooling.
Yeah.
Fucking, I ain't gotta do much leading. We got Trent. Trent's gonna handle all the shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay ready, fucking, and just fucking chill.
Do my thing.
You know what I'm saying? It was a great locker room. You know, made great friends. Fucking George and Christian, and they're fucking hilarious. And it was fun coming to work every day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So that made it easy.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we started off 5-0, and shit. I can't. Well, I ain't gonna be. I can't complain. We 5-0,
right?
And I'm just chilling.
Yeah, you're the sweet guy.
I played in the, I think the 5th game against the Cowboys. I played a half because our guard got hurt. Fucking played well.
Yeah.
And then we lose 3 games in a row, and then I'm angry. Especially like we played in Minnesota, we lost in Minnesota, and like I hate losing to Minnesota just because my wife's family's from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I was already hot. I called Jared. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
And then talked to O-line coach out there, Chris Furster. Great fucking guy.
For sure. Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Genius and the shit that they run out there.
100%.
And like, dude, he's gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
We had a meeting, and he's like, yeah. And it was right before the bye week. He's like, yeah, I get it. I understand. 5-3, blah blah blah. We, you know, we ain't making changes right now. We appreciate you, blah blah blah, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forgot what happened, but someone got hurt or someone was dealing with the injury, and then bye week still weren't good. And then I ended up starting at left guard against the Jaguars off of the bye week.
Yeah. Played
well again. And then Then there was like a run. I started like 2 or 3 games, played well. We played Philly. Homeboy came back from injury. He started. And then he got hurt again that game. So then I ended up starting, I think, the rest of the year, mostly at right guard, 1 game at left guard when I was against the Redskins. Redskins.
Commanders.
Redskins.
Yeah.
So, of course, I had to play left guard when fucking Jonathan Allen was on the other side, which is
not fun.
He's fucking good.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, man. And then I didn't play the last game. I had a bad back. And then into the playoffs. And then, which was fucking, the sucky part about the playoffs was when we started that's when we started rotating again.
Yeah.
It was like, what we doing?
I imagine you weren't happy about that.
Yeah. No, I mean, so it happened, the Packers game we rotated, wasn't happy about it.
Yeah.
Then I didn't say shit, but, you know, everyone knew.
Everyone knows.
Then we played the Lions, which was, you know, we were getting our ass kicked first half. I wasn't getting rotated. I didn't get rotated at all that Lions game because we were down.
Yeah.
But I got the first play of the Lions game. We had like an outside zone to the right, and fucking took off. By the 3rd step, my fucking knee popped. Oh boy, I was in pain. Yeah. I was probably the beginning of the end, probably. Because I didn't play all last year,
right?
So like,
but that was the same injury. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well,
I thought it was your calf.
It was my knee, and then so I ended up having bone spurs behind my kneecap.
Yeah,
which like we couldn't find on
MRI. Yeah.
So, you know, after the season, you rehab your knee up. Shit was feeling fine. By training camp, I felt good. And then the 3rd or 4th day of training camp, it was weird. Like, it didn't hurt a lot. But like I woke up and I could not bend my knee. Like, it was like right here. It's all I could get. And And then, you do this shit where you get shots and then you get I was getting my knee drained a couple times a month.
Yeah.
Then we did an ultrasound and then they're like, oh, that's why your knee's blowing up. That fucking big ass bone spurs behind my knee.
Yeah.
And then came back, did the 3 weeks of ramp up. Like, I felt good. And then did the 3 weeks of ramp up and I just couldn't go backwards. Like anything forward, lateral, I was fine. I was doing good.
Yeah.
But you catch me on a bull rush.
Oh, it's over with. What did that feel like mentally for you to like kind of know that your body was in that?
Oh, it was tough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like for those 3 weeks, Wednesday was fine. I was like, hell yeah, I'm fucking back. I'm ready to go. Thursday was all right.
Yeah.
But then by Friday, my knee would be fucking gigantic again. I mean, the last like 3 weeks, every Friday I was just in tears.
Damn.
And then, we were not very good at that point.
Right.
And then, having conversations with Firster, who's like he gets it. Like, he's been around. Like,
yeah, he's been around a long time.
And he was just like, I think it was after the first week, he was just like, you're good. Like, you can stop. Like, you don't got to keep doing this to yourself. Like, I understand. Like, it won't be we won't be taking it personal. Like, we 100% support you, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm going to at least practice every single day for those 3 weeks to, try to help us in any way we can.
Yeah.
And then, so then it's like that Monday before the Bills game where I have to, I'm in the office with fucking Firster, Kyle, and Lynch. And they're all just like, hey, like, we respect you as a player. Like, whatever you want to do, we'll be behind. And, mind you, I'm getting active roster bonus checks if I'm active.
Right.
I have all these
incentives
that I could hit if I just, they'll let me fucking be active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that meeting was not fun. Just fucking bawling my eyes out.
Really?
I can't fucking do it. Especially Buffalo. Like, I want.
You wanted to play.
It was really hard to say, like, nah. Like,
is it because you wanted to play against Buffalo?
Well, definitely that. And at that point, like, we needed, if we would have won out, or like, we were still in the mix, so it's like, you want to help the team fucking win.
Yeah.
You want to be out there just to fucking the game. Christian was coming back that game. It's just like, it's fucking football.
Bro, I find it interesting that you still want to get after it in that.
It's like, it's like, I know no one likes the way their fucking career ends.
I can agree with that.
So it's like, I didn't want my career to end on a year off of IR.
So in a perfect world, what does it look like to end your career? Holding the trophy up. And if you don't get that,
walking out with my own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Head up.
Yeah.
Just bald.
Just bald.
Yeah. But it's also like, we had a couple young guys that, my sons, Nick Sikel and Ben Barsh that were on the team, which if I would have been like, yeah, I'm coming back, one of them fuckers was about to get cut.
They're out, yeah.
And it's like, man, I ain't 100%. Y'all, I believe, like, y'all can play. Like, I believe in y'all to do good. 10 years in, like, they're, I think, 5 and 3 at that time, like year 5 and year 3. Like, man, let them young bulls fucking give them some money.
Yeah.
Let them play.
Yeah, bro. That's interesting because a lot of guys don't. there's a lot of guys that are in your position, and they're just like, no,
Rodney Hudson cost me a shit ton of money, Rod.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Roddy's my guy.
Yeah, shout out to
I
Rodney.
tell him this every day. Every time I see him.
But there's a lot of guys that don't look out for younger guys like that. Like, I will say something about you. You've always looked out for people within the game.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I have a problem with like injustice. Like when fucking guys.
Yeah.
Like shit. Remember we were in Buffalo. I don't know if you remember this.
I probably do. Who knows?
And it had just turned to the 3-game preseason kind of shit.
Yeah.
And everyone was trying to figure out how to do that. But it ended up being like we had usually the 4th game was for the undrafted guys that ain't gonna make the team.
Right.
Ain't gonna be in the league much longer.
Right.
Like fucking roll the balls out and let them have an NFL game for themselves.
Yeah.
And most of the time during training camp, they're just holding bags, getting their ass beat.
Right.
So that one game is kind of like
their time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that year we had like 3 or 4 guys that didn't get to play a preseason game.
Yeah, I remember that.
That ended up not playing in the NFL ever again.
I remember that. And I remember thinking like, damn, that's low-key messed up.
I was just cursing. I was just yelling about it.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, those guys deserved that shot.
Yeah, and at that time, we already knew who our line was going to be. We already, like let them fucking guys play.
No, for sure.
But, yeah.
I remember when I got cut from Buffalo and you went in there and tore up the train.
Oh, my God. Listen.
Hey,
listen,
I couldn't have been more appreciative for somebody.
But I'll tell you, we had a guy that shouldn't, potentially should have been on IR.
Yeah,
that was grinding through it, and what made it bad for me is like I was like Jamil all season, Jamil, come fucking Buffalo, we're gonna be good. Like, this is a great place. Like you're my guy.
Yeah, and
then for it to be like I'm coming back off an injury, and then they had to cut you.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
it was tough.
What the fuck are we doing? Like,
it was tough.
This guy should be on IR right now.
Yeah.
And we wasting the spot.
Yeah,
and
it was tough.
I told Jamil to fucking come out here. Now you're cutting him for me.
For sure.
And also, I was fucking on. I didn't have my Adderall regimen down yet. So I was taking that shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I was just hot.
Yeah.
And you know, that Buffalo shit, them gray skies, they really get to you.
Man.
Like, I didn't realize.
The seasonal, bro.
How bad it was until I left that shit.
Until you left.
But yeah, man, I went in there, fucking punched the fucking hand sanitizer shit off the wall.
Yeah, you did.
Which I don't regret that. I regret yelling at Bean.
Yeah.
I went up to his office, and the blouse blacked out. I was fucking just seeing red. And then like in the office, I like came back to as I'm talking as being me and Bean are talking.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh shit. Hey, you right.
Yeah, this got kind of far.
Yeah, my bad.
No, for sure. I feel that.
Which was like half the reason I always wanted to go back to Buffalo because at times I needed to right some wrongs. But, you know, Bean said something to me before I retired, before I like officially retired.
Yeah.
Was like, we were just talking. I have great relationships with everyone else there.
For sure.
And I was like, yeah, man, like, I want to come back to right some wrongs that, you know, that I've done. And he cut me off. He's like, man, whenever we talk about you or think about you, it's all positive shit.
Oh, that's dope.
And I was like, fucking a tear in my
eye. Yeah. And
then
you don't think people have that interpretation of you, like as a person, or what?
I mean, mainly, mostly.
Yeah.
But you know, I put fucking. Were you were? I don't think you were there when I put my helmet through
I was not.
The wall.
I was not there.
Giant hole.
I was not. You could tell that story if you'd like to.
Well, so me and the head trainer there,
Nate.
Head trainers. I will say, like, they have a hard job.
Yeah,
they gotta answer
to the head coach.
The
GM.
A lot of shit falls on their shoulders.
Yeah,
they fuck up.
For sure.
Nate, as a man, probably good dude.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
We butted heads a lot. But I'm coming off of a pec surgery, and me, like, don't lie on my neck. Like, don't lie on me. Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Like, so the whole time, I tore my pec first day of training camp benching, and then we had surgery. That couple days later,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I forgot the weeks. It was like I came back in like 12 weeks, and the whole time I'm like, guys, if like, because at that time we needed bodies, the whole days. And I was just like, man, like, I'm doing everything I can to come back as fast as I can. And at that point, they were like, I was playing right guard the year before, but they wanted me to move to left guard to help out.
We know.
And I was like, man, like, if I'm playing left guard, I'm going to need more time because my right pec would be my inside fucking shoulder. Like, easiest thing is to get fucking bowled in your inside shoulder right to the quarterback.
For sure.
And like, I would need an extra week.
Yeah.
And so it came to that time where it's like, I just started my ramp up period, feeling, good. And they're like, can you play? I was like, I mean, first off, where?
Yeah.
Like, can I fucking grind? And that's another thing. They know who
to ask that question to.
Yeah.
Like when someone says, can you play? Majority of the time, an offensive lineman is going to say, yeah, I can play, regardless of injury, whatever you're dealing with.
And they knew if they pressed hard enough, I was going to cave.
Yeah.
But when I didn't cave, when I was like, listen, like, if I'm playing left guard, which I'm fine with, I don't want to, but I will do it for the team. I just need an extra week because all it takes is a motherfucker to go hard inside and catch me here, and I'm gonna tear my pec again.
For sure,
all for naught.
Yeah.
So we're in the dome, the practice, the indoor practice field.
Yeah.
And right after practice, so I'm still a little,
amped up.
I'm amped up.
Yeah.
And they were like, who was it? I think it was Dave's, Sean, Bean, Bobby, and Nate. Bean might have not been there, but I'm pretty sure it was most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nate was like, yeah, he can play. I was looking at Nate like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, how you gonna tell?
He says it in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And I was like, Nate, from the jump, I said, if I'm playing left guard, I'm gonna need to take all 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was, oh, you didn't say that. I looked at Bobby.
You lost it.
Bobby looked at me. And I lost it.
You lost it.
I lost it. Fucking.
Put the helmet through the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cursed out Nate. I don't remember what I said. I just blacked out.
Yeah.
And then
seems to be a theme here.
And then to go in the locker room. You know how it is. There's the double doors.
Yeah.
And then there's like a wall there, and you have to go like around each side.
It.
And that fucking big asshole. Yeah.
No wonder you feel like people don't have that interpretation of you.
Everyone loves me.
Yeah, no, everyone does love you. But I think something that's interesting that I just thought of is your tattoos that tell a story.
Yeah.
Like a lot of your tattoos that you have come to you during different times, and I kind of want you to elaborate on that a little more.
Well, these are my kids.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican flag. This is for my wife. This is like a fucking endless love gay shit. Cool shit.
Yeah.
And then most of my upper body don't got really shit, but like this one's for my homeboy that passed. The whole lower leg sleeve.
Your boy Sean, right?
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah. That was a hard time for you.
Yeah. It fucked me up for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. He passed in 2016. He was in a coma from August 18th to the end of passing December 23rd. It was a hard year. And then it's like we made the playoffs that year in in Oakland. And it's like his funeral is the same day as the playoff game. So, same day. So
you didn't get a chance to.
Nah, I didn't go. We played in that playoff game, which was not funny, which was ironic. They were like, well, before it's like, you can go, but what happens if we need you?
Yeah.
At that point, I haven't really played much. I started my last 3 or 4 games in my rookie year.
Yeah.
And they got Kalechi Assembly, dog. So then Rodney fucking goes down the second quarter with like 5 or 6 minutes left in the half. He ended up coming back in the second half, but I had my first reps ever at center were fucking playoff game against fucking Vince Wilfork.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm not seeing nothing, just belly in my face.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah. But yeah, so end up missing his funeral, played in the playoff game, and then we lost, but regardless if we lost or won, I had a flight like out of Houston to go to Florida for like we had a little thing after.
I remember that. I remember that being a tough time for you. And I always wondered if football was helpful for you in that time, or what was the piece that kind of, because I remember you going through a dark time at that point.
Oh yeah, I was suicidal.
Yeah.
Especially, I have a lot of mommy issues.
Yeah.
So on top of, and like motherfuckers think you got a lot of money when you instantly get to the NFL, and that's not the case for 90% of the guys.
100%.
Like the first 4 years, like
you're grinding it out.
So like motherfuckers asking for money and shit, and just like, I'll give you what I can, but I can't fucking.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I can't support you.
And then my brother died, so it's like, it was rough.
Yeah, damn, bro, that's tough. Obviously, I've lost a brother as well, so I know that the things that come with that is rough for sure. But I'm glad that
it's like the one person that knew everything dies. So it's like,
have you healed that piece of you? Like,
I mean, it's definitely a lot better. It's it's miss him every day, but it's definitely I'm definitely a lot better. Which is why I got this. This is a 5-gram mushroom trip that I had.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. That story. I wanted you to tell that story.
It was I'll never do it again, but it definitely. I feel like mushrooms and DMT has definitely helped me cope with a lot of shit. I'm not saying it's for everyone. But I suggest it.
We've talked about the mushroom thing being something that can help mentally for sure.
Oh yeah.
100%. What do you feel like? I would love to get your perspective because I know you've dabbled. So I would love to get your perspective on how you feel like it's helped you mentally. Yeah,
I mean, especially DMT. Mushrooms are fucking 6 hours. You get up and down. I don't like the longevity of it. Most times. So I tend to lean towards more of DMT since it's like 15, 30 minutes.
That sounds wild.
15, 20 minutes. But man, it's just like at a pretty intense. It's called breaking through.
I remember you told me that you felt like your ego needed to go through something like that.
Yeah, 100%. It's just like I had this like fucking, I don't know what you want to call it, God, fucking alien, some other shit, just like clowned me. Like, bro, you think your problems or something, or you think you're somebody, like you ain't shit. And it's just like, it really like brings you down especially like we're all fucking on one planet. Not to sound too fucking hippie.
No, please elaborate.
But we're all like all one basically. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's like. I heard something about people used to people piss me off most of the times. Like when I was in WrestleMania, I was sitting next to these guys like empty chairs. And then they like came out and they were just fucking there to fucking shoot content and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, like,
watch the event.
Fucking WrestleMania, bitch. Like, watch the fucking shit. I don't know where I was going with that. But that shit, people piss me off most of the time.
Yeah. You were saying that we're all one.
And it's like I heard someone say like, look at people like they were little kids. Like, like sometimes. Like the stupid shit people be doing. If you look at them like he was a kid once, it makes that shit easier to fucking cope with.
Yeah,
like someone doing some dumb shit, you're like or like what has helped me with like my mother issues. Like I don't talk to my mom, but like she did the best she could with what she had.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's more like what I've got from like DMT and mushrooms and shit like that is like having more grace for people and more for yourself, which I'm still trying to work
through. Do you think you'll ever get to the point where you will talk to your mom?
I don't know.
It's a 2-part question because
it's like for me, like I love my mom, but it's just like I got to keep her at a distance. She's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I got 3 young kids,
right?
And like same with my older brother. I don't talk to my older brother. But there's no more like I don't have any animosity towards them anymore.
You just let it go
through that shit.
Yeah.
But you guys ain't gonna be coming around my kids when I can't fully trust you.
How has being a parent, I'm sure it's changed you a lot.
Yeah. It's calmed me down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love being a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grateful dad, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, likewise,
Yeah. No, my girl, I used to say some fucked up shit about having girls until I had a girl.
Yeah.
And she is,
bruh,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And she's like me. She talks so much shit, which is hilarious. But sometimes I beg relax.
Yeah, for sure.
But you have a boy yet?
Coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that shit.
Yeah,
it's so different.
Yeah.
Like, tell you what, he gonna piss you off.
I already know.
Yeah, but like. Me and my especially probably like the last month, me and my son have like became like that. Like, like it's so different than having a girl. Both great.
Yeah.
But tell you what, 3 is enough.
3 is enough for sure.
Done.
Yeah. Nah, I feel that. I feel like once you get done playing the game and you have all that time to be at home, like pouring into the kids makes it, obviously everyone has their time limits and when you need space and things like that, but pouring into the kids and seeing them kind of grow up each and every day and do something different and new, like that's the part I appreciate more since retiring from ball, like having that time to actually be in that space. And because when you play, bro, you're gone when they get up, and then
you gotta miss shit.
Yeah, when you come home, they're going to sleep. Like, so I feel like having that time to actually watch them grow up just makes transitioning out the game better when you have the right perspective on it.
Yeah, well, shit, and then like the last 2 years, they would spend half the year in San Francisco. And then, like, probably towards Thanksgiving, they'll go back to Florida. Yeah. Because their Florida school is great.
Yeah.
And, So I would be in California by myself for, that 1 year was from mid-November till the Super Bowl.
It's tough.
And I had a kid January 12th that year.
It's tough.
Yeah. So you're fucking missing Christmas pageants. I missed Christmas that year.
Did that wear on you? Because I know, like, looking back, and I've said this before, like, when I really kind of reflected on my career, that one of the things that I regret the most is missing, like, life events, missing birthdays and holidays, all of those things. I felt like it was this weight of, like, guilt or shame over me for missing those things.
Yeah.
Did it wear on you that way?
Yeah. And it's like, there'll be like, I feel like during the day, there'll be like great parts and then the shitty parts.
Yeah. How do you get through the shitty parts?
Marijuana and video games.
Yeah. You just go until.
So it was like, so after my family left my first year in San Francisco, I took a undrafted free agent guy and we got a Airbnb together. He was fucking driving from Danville, California to San Jose.
Yeah.
Which was like hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we got like a Airbnb 10, 15 minutes from the facilities. So, wake up, go to fucking work. Work was the same because it's like family's not there anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would fucking go to work, call them as I'm leaving work because they're going to bed because we're getting done at like 4. They're going to bed at 7. So I would, talk to them for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then go home, sit in my Normatex, fucking watch. Let me be real. Sit home, Normatex, high, video games.
Yeah.
By the time it's 6:37, then I'm sitting in bed with, all my shit on, Compex, fucking game ready, all that. Watch a little film.
Yeah.
Go wake up and do the same thing. It was like Groundhog's Day.
Right. Yeah.
So like when you're in it, it's like at night it's the worst. When you're laying in bed, I would make like little videos for my kids to wake up to every morning.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like morning and night was always the roughest.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Because you want to get up and have that feeling of the fam there. Mm-hmm. And then at night, it's like, all right, I did everything I needed to do. I want to spend this time, those last few hours before I go to sleep with the family as well. Mm-hmm. I think something that helped me was like, and I asked Lim, you remember? Do you know? Yeah, Jean-Pierre. Yeah. I asked Lim this question when I was kind of dabbling to figure out if I wanted to coach or not. I'm like, yo, how do you kind of like justify spending those hours away from the fam? And he was just like, the way I think of it is I'm doing what I have to do so they can live how they should. Mm-hmm. And he was like, that's basically how he interprets it.
Yeah. I mean, shit, that's probably one of the reasons I didn't. So Dayball offered me like an internship with the Giants. And I thought about it hard, but it's just like, I'm still, I still might come back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be coaching.
Yeah.
But it's also like the coaches' times, they got to be, it's fucking a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like, I got a 8, 5, and 1-year-old.
Yeah.
I feel like I missed enough.
8, 5, and a 1-year-old.
Fuck.
Man, well, if you do end up going back, obviously I'll be rooting for you.
Yeah. Well, shit, I'm waiting for Dragon to get a fucking OC job.
Oh, yeah.
I work on the Dragon. I feel like better.
Do you want to coach?
I don't know, man. It's cool. It's I enjoy talking ball.
You truly love ball.
Yeah. Most of it.
Yeah.
But NFL is not just ball.
Yeah.
Political shit.
I feel like you make a great college O-line coach.
Nah, I ain't sucking.
But you don't. You don't want to
sucking no 18-year-old's cock to get him to go to my school. Fuck out of here,
bruh.
Especially these young kids coming up now.
It's different. It's a lot different than when we were coming up.
Yeah, motherfuckers talking about having this conversation with a couple of my buddies a few weeks ago, talking about the pay shit.
The NIL.
Yeah. And they were like, "Hey, would you have left Miami for a fucking NIL deal?" I was like, "No."
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, I had like pride in where
100%.
it's like why I didn't leave my high school, which we weren't very good.
Yeah.
Like I could have went to St. Thomas my last year.
Yeah.
I was like, I think they lost in the state championships that year. Like I could have.
Yeah, you could have went there.
But I was like, no, like.
It is crazy how the new age athlete is a lot different than how we were coming out of college. Like I feel like we truly had the pride of like, nah, this is where I picked to go.
Yeah.
This is obviously you
outwork motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm gonna outwork someone to get where I need to go. Like
and like fucking get your money. Like,
yeah,
I ain't saying
for sure.
Get your money, but fucking
it's treating people.
Be a bitch.
It is teaching people the wrong way to go about getting what they want. Like you can't just transfer every time something goes wrong.
Maybe you're just ass.
Yeah, you can't.
Work.
Yeah, you can't. Maybe you need to get in the weight room. Maybe you need to do this. Like you can't just run away from competition or this coach is on my ass all the time. Like I gotta leave. Like that's just. I feel like that's why the NFL is turning into like older guys can continue playing.
Why my career was so long?
Exactly, because they don't know what they're getting outside of the first and second round. They don't know what they're getting from a player because they bounce to 3 or 4 different
and
universities.
It's different with skill guys. Like skill guys can be soft.
Yeah,
like
be
a soft lineman, you ain't gonna make it.
No.
Fucking
absolutely not.
And there's a lot of prima donna soft fucking linemen that try to come into the league the last few years.
Yeah, they stick out like a sore thumb. Doesn't work.
No,
man. No, that's real. But yeah, man, like I said, bro, I appreciate you pulling up because it took some effort. You were in Vegas at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, I missed you in Miami.
Yeah.
Motherfucker had 14, 15 podcasts he had to do.
Hey.
But I felt so when I was in Arizona probably a couple months ago in Sedona. And it didn't even click in my head before when I had came out here. Like, oh, fucking hit up Jamil.
Shoot the pod.
Yeah. So I was like, when we talked, and I was like, especially that day, I was looking at, you're like, yeah, come through. You can come through. And I was like looking at the, and I was like, where was I going? I was going somewhere. I was thinking I was going up to Chiefland to my buddy, Brandon Linder's. Like,
okay. Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah.
And like I hadn't fucking got shit done or anything. So I was looking, I was like, I was like, well, I'm going to Vegas.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
right there.
45-minute flight.
Easy. Yeah, no, that's real because like I said, I appreciate that you even made the effort to pull up and kick it and talk on the pod. Like I said, it's been 11 years we've known each other.
Yeah. Well, and you fucking tried to do it, was it last year, like during the season?
Yeah, I did.
And
I was trying to come out there.
Yeah, motherfucker. I can't be doing podcasts with you. Not retired.
I wanted to shoot with you. Yeah, I wanted to shoot with you at Google, bro. We could have made it happen.
That would have been lit, but I wouldn't have. Couldn't say fuck.
I'm glad you're semi-retired and you're in the space of expressing yourself a little more because I do think a lot of people can learn from your story and you've been through a lot. You got a good perspective on a lot of things that you've gone through. And, you're a stand-up guy. So, yeah.
Solid. Am I solid?
You're solid, bro. Yeah. You're always solid.
That shit used to fucking get on Bobby like, what does solid mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he's solid.
I'm solid. Good. I'm good. Yeah, don't talk to me anymore. But nah, bro, I appreciate you pulling up, man. And I'm grateful for our relationship for sure.
Sir, me too, brother.
Yes,
fuck, we've been through it.
Hey.
Roommates, ING roommates.
I appreciate you guys listening to this episode of For the Underdogs podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Yeah. Let's take a pic real quick and then you could go to the bathroom.